Hello, good people. This is Jason Irvin, aka The Janitor, here bringing you another episode of Wash, Rinse, and Repeat. Now, today is Monday, March 11th, and we're going to be doing again our security news to keep your security IQ high. I got three stories to give to you today, and I think they'll be helpful to you and give you a little knowledge as usual, and get you on your path and keeping that security IQ high and your awareness as well. So the first story has to do with phishing. And as a security professional, over time you're going to start noticing, and as a viewer, what you're going to start noticing and seeing is that a lot of times in security, the same things happen over and over and over again. So I'm going to say stuff and you're going to be like, did he just say that last week? Isn't that something we've already talked about? And I'm going to say, yes, it is. But in this case, it's just another approach to the same attack that you need to be aware of. So in this case, this is a mobile phishing campaign that's been going on, and it's been targeting iOS devices, so like Safari and Apple devices, stuff like that. So this attack, obviously, you click on a link. That's what phishing is. You usually get a link from some type of email or website that's like a bad, malicious website. You'll click on the link, and it will take you somewhere to enter credentials for something, or actually just exploit your browser. In this case, on your phone, when you click on these links that you'll see, or these links that you may get on email, instant messenger, on your Facebook, on various malicious websites, when you click on this, it looks like a legitimate page once again, and it asks you for your credentials for, it could be, Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, any site that you really go to. It can grab your credentials from that because it looks like an actual web page. You're going to go there, it's going to give you a new pop-up. It's going to say you need to log in to continue as your Facebook account. You're going to type it in, username and password, and boom, the attacker now has your username and password. And I have been getting actually a lot of phishing emails recently. I don't know if you have. If you have been getting a lot more phishing emails than usual, sound off sound off in the comments below. Let me know if it's just me, but apparently there has been a phishing campaign, a lot of phishing campaigns that have been going on that have been trying to get username and passwords for various websites. That could be banks, again, social media, anything. But I've been getting a lot of that. Mine have been coming from fake Apple accounts. So, as always, how do you prevent this? How do you look out for things like this? How do you not click on those types of links? So the first thing that I haven't stated yet, I don't believe we've talked about this, but is a password manager. So for myself, I use LastPass. LastPass is a password manager, obviously, that you can go to www or Google LastPass. Just Google LASTPASS. And it's, I believe, for 2019, even for 2018, I believe it's the number one password manager that's out there. I mean, there's a whole lot of them. I wrote a few of them down. Dashlane and 1Password. These are all password managers. So if you go to Google, type password manager, download one for your, for your Mac, for your PC, for all your web browsers, and also for your phone. So what this does is exactly what it says. It's managing all of your passwords. And how will this protect you? This will protect you because it manages passwords for various websites that you will go to. And if you try to, if there's a website, or if there's a malicious link, if there's a phishing attempt that wants you to log in with a username and password, and it's going to a website that your password manager doesn't recognize, it won't put it in there. So that kind of gives you a clue, or just kind of a slight hint to say, hey, my password manager hasn't even picked this up. Is this legitimate? That's the first thing. And then the second thing, I'm sure you can say this with me, we've been talking about it for the last few weeks, that has to do with two-factor authentication. So in everywhere that you can enable two-factor two-factor authentication, look for it, enable it, make sure it's there. Again, that's going to ensure that if somebody logs in, they have to then give that key that's going to be provided to you on your phone. So two-factor authentication, and also a password manager. A password manager is definitely going to help you with those longer passwords, and it will give you a heads up when you're going to a site that it's not even familiar with, and that's what those phishing sites are going to try to do. For me, again, that's LastPass. So Google that, get you a password manager on all of your devices. The password manager is available for mobile phones, for your Mac, and for your PC. So take a look, go out there and take care of that. The second story we have has to deal with Chrome. So Chrome is a web browser, so it's like Internet Explorer, it's like Firefox. I use Chrome almost exclusively for everything I do for all my web browsing, and that is provided by Google. Well, there's an exploit that is now in the wild where the Chrome browser was extremely vulnerable to basically being fully taken over. It's a command execution on Chrome browsers. Now, how would that work? Again, there will be a link. You would click on said link, and it would take over your browser through this vulnerability in your browser. And it's called a use after free, and that's what the vulnerability is. That's what the vulnerability is taking advantage of, a use after free bug. But Google is being very tight-lipped as to the technical details of the vulnerability itself. But it is something that is being somebody has figured it out, and they're publicly exploiting this vulnerability in Chrome. Now, how do you prevent this for yourself? I need you to go to your About page on Chrome, which on there, on Chrome, there's, for Mac, there are some dots on the right hand of the Chrome browser. There's 3 dots. You can click on that, and I believe it's at the bottom. It says About Chrome, and if it's not there for you, or if you're on the Windows, I believe you can go to File. If it's on the Help menu, maybe at the end, it's going to say About Chrome. Once you do that, another window's going to pop up, and it's going to tell you your version that you are running on Chrome. For me, I have automatic updates on my Chrome, so it will obviously update automatically. But I need you to check on your Chrome browser, on the About Chrome tab, and make sure that you have this version on your Chrome. The version is 72.0.3626.121, and I'll put that in the comment section below, or in the in the links below, in the little box that's under us. So make sure that you have that updated. It's just going to take care of that vulnerability on your box and take care of that little area to make sure that your computer isn't exploited via this Chrome browser exploit. Okay. Now the third story is more of an awareness story, and this happened more. I heard about this last week, and it's been kind of a swing as to if this exists, if this is real or not, and it has to do with MOMO. So if you're a parent and you have your kids on YouTube, YouTube Youth, even if you have this, some silly person, freaking troll, has been going onto YouTube for the kids and embedding this video, or this it's like more like a meme or whatever, but what it's talking about is telling the kids to go kill themselves. It's like a suicide readout of like this scary figure called Momo, which, a little background on that, it was actually a Japanese artist who created this statue called Mother Bird, and he's disassembled it, and it doesn't exist anymore as far as that is concerned. But somebody took the picture of this Mother Bird and is using this to scare kids, not just scare kids, but go through this MOMO challenge. And the MOMO challenge is to get kids to slit their wrist or turn on gas in the house and blow up the house and blow up houses, just all kinds of weird things. So there's some videos that are saying, some video and news reports that are saying that this is just a big hoax, and others are saying, kids that are showing up on the news and saying that they saw this in these YouTube videos. And it's been getting to the point where there were whole schools that were actually banning YouTube until YouTube got a handle on this. But from me to you, what I want you to get from this is awareness for the kids. So being able to talk to your kids and say, hey, look, this is out there. I'll put a link to the stories that have been reported and what you're looking out for. But let your kids know, hey, if you see this on, YouTube Youth, where it's supposed to be just for kids, to let you know, and don't not report it like what MOMO is reading and saying, don't tell your parents this and all kinds of weird stuff. Just let your kids know, be aware, make sure that you're aware of what they're watching. And you can't be everywhere at all times, but you can, for me, I want to create this awareness for parents that have kids. I have kids, to let them know, hey, if you see this, let us know. And then if you would, as a parent or as a watcher of my videos, go on YouTube and report this video, and that would help YouTube find those videos and have them removed. And that's just that's just the way it goes. They got people that are crazy all over the place, but you're messing with the kids, you got to know that Jay loves the kids. Jay loves the kids, so you can't be messing with the kids. And from me to you, just make sure that you let your kids know that. Be aware, and if your kids do see this, tag those videos. Go on there and actively tag those videos, and make sure YouTube knows. So that's our 3 stories: mobile phishing, Google Chrome, and MOMO. And as usual, I'm Jason Irvin, aka the Janitor, and I'll see you next week. Stay focused, never quit. Gone.